Driving It Home with John and Ken.
You heard him say it. I'll repeat it. Time now to drive it home with KFI. AM 640's John and Ken. They're on the air live right now on KFI. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Lively debate?
Yes. How are you?
Wonderful. Jump in on this. You saw The Wire earlier today on what's happening with our neighbors in Arizona, what would arguably be the toughest measure out there in the country against undocumented workers. Both the state house and the state senate passing a law that essentially would allow police officers to pull people over, stop them, to determine whether they're here legally or illegally. Your thoughts on that quickly?
So the state of Arizona has said, you know what, we're bearing the brunt of this. We've got to spend money on the illegal alien prisoners. We've got to spend money on illegal alien benefits, medical care benefits, school benefits. We don't want to pay. We can't pay, not to mention the illegal aliens who are taking jobs from Americans, when you have double-digit unemployment.
And on the other end of the scale with Special Order 40 in the city of L.A., if you see a deported illegal alien gang member on the street and you're a cop, you can't do anything about it unless you see him committing a fresh crime. Absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, what's happening in Arizona, well on its way to becoming law. Republican Governor Jan Brewer there expected to sign the bill. John and Ken, thank you again for coming on the air with us.
Police are reinvestigating a claim that Al Gore made unwanted sexual contact with a woman back in 2006.
An accusation, of course, he vehemently denies. Our friend Bill Carroll over at KFI joining us with what his take is on all of this. Actually, someone was snickering. They're calling him Amorous Al.
You'll be responsible for the... I can't say it without laughing. You will be responsible for the warming of the planet because only Al Gore can save the world. And if you come forward with allegations about sexual assault, you will literally destroy the planet. That's what she says her logic is. You know what? I'm not a big Al Gore fan. I think he's a pompous hypocrite. But I'm not sure I believe these allegations at the face of them either because they don't add up to me. So I'm unusually taking a wait-and-see attitude on this.
Okay, and again, it's interesting how we save our undergarments and whatever we are wearing when if ever we are with a politician. Note to self, okay.
Yeah, I put them in a bag every day as well, but then they go in the washing machine. Washing machine.
Try to get our kids to do that too.
And bleach, sure.
Okay,
Bill, thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Every day over at KFI, right now.
Jennifer's our next caller in Long Beach, California. Hi, Jennifer. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.
Yes, hi. Am I on?
You are on.
Yes. Hi. For over a year and a half in my apartment, I was able to connect through wireless the Linksys. And that's disappeared now for about 3 weeks. So I bought the USB. I'm working on Vista Basic on an HP laptop. And so I bought the Linksys wireless extender with the N standard, and I'm finding it's not solved the problem at all.
So you have, let me just, silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You have a wireless access point to begin with.
Well, it disappeared, so I'm trying to...
But you own one, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm a wireless thief.
Okay.
What do you expect Tiger to say at this press conference, and are you glad he's finally doing it?
Well, first of all, I am glad he's finally doing it because I don't think any athlete should be allowed to circumvent that media situation. If you allow to circumvent an inquiry, then what happens is that creates mayhem because other athletes who do far more serious things may try to exercise the same philosophy. But in regards to, I'm happy he's doing it. If I were asking him a question, it would be about, listen, what happened that night when you were coming out of your house? How do you run into a fire hydrant and then a tree a few feet away from your house?
And after that, would you ask him about all the different women?
Welcome Vic the Brick Jacobs.
Thank you, Shelley Berman, living legend in the house. Come on, telephone fans. Feeling you. It's a mighty mitzvah to be here tonight. I want to thank my beloved bride, Yuko Sakamoto, and my inspiration, my samurai soul brother from the South Bay, Yannick Hoyama. MWA, Michigan with attitude. Hit me, I'm going away to the midnight hour. That's when my love comes a-tumbling down.
2, 3.
Ooh, I like the spin.
That is the Jason Moskowitz master plan. My cousin and I were discussing last night.
This is new, isn't it?
Welcome back from the continent.
Oh,
good to see you.
And the shoes new?
The shoes, a little Kobe back in the day flavor.
Loving your beads.
Thank you.
From Vietnam is beads.
These came from a temple along the Mekong Delta, a Buddhist temple.
And this came from some poor raccoon?
This came from some wacky flea market sale in Whittier. But you know what?
I think it's faux because look at the inside. Oh, I love that it's
this is now a time for Laker fans to come together as one. Last night, again, you know, Kobe said it best. The Kobe hustle plays. Boston was foaming at the mouth. You saw Big Baby foaming at the mouth. And then you saw Nate Robinson. They're playing with a joie de hoop, a joy of hoop. Every sequence.
And we are not.
Welcome back. Joining me in the forum are the host of Petros and Money's radio program. That's Matt Money Smith. And a columnist from Sports Illustrated and SI.com. That's Chris Mannix. All right, guys, starting first with LeBron. Quite a recruiting job the Knicks did last night. Do you think, Money, they did enough to convince the King to come to New York and ball there?
Really a hard sell. I mean, they really put the full court press on, to use a bad basketball cliche. I mean, Mannix, here's the information, man. I'm paid for strong opinions and insightful commentary, but I'm a man of logic. And the only thing I can come up with logically, the only reason LeBron goes to the Knicks is because he wants to move to New York. I mean, that's it. It's not to win. It's not to make more money. He'll make a lot less by going there. So he just wants to live in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, celebrating the 40th anniversary of his Super Bowl III victory, please welcome Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Namath and the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl III MVP, Hall of Famer, and Pennsylvania native, Joe Willie Namath. Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the chairman of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mr. Dan Rooney, is the commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell.
Live from NBC Los Angeles.
The challenge. Second Sunday of the regular season's in the books. P, what's going on?
What's cracking, Fred? And just like I told you last week, all the stuff that happened the week before, it was so important, it was so big then, we had to discuss it.
Right.
We had to get into it.
We did.
The world was going to explode if we didn't analyze football.
Of course.
Now, thing of the past. Do you just want to get it out of the way? Do you want to do USC now, or do you want to wait?
No.
You want to wait?
Yeah.
Hi, Steve Hartman and Vic the Brick Jacobs.
We have a 6:30 dinner reservation.
Of course, gentlemen, your table's ready.
Hey, why'd they seat those guys before us?
Are you kidding? That's Steve Hartman and Vic the Brick. They're the loose cannons. They got the best sports radio show in L.A. Hey, Vic the Brick! Feeling you! Feeling you! No, feeling you! Feeling you!
Hey, this is fun. Maybe on the way out you guys can do tastes great, less filling.
Hey, Steve, you think the Lakers are going to win this weekend?
I think the Lakers can win it.
By more than 4.5. I'm trying to get even from football season.
Yeah, so am I.